Hello, everybody. Eric here on Thursday, June 8th, to talk about the comic books that I picked up today. I got 2 weeks worth of comics. I didn't go to the shop last week. And something big that's been sitting at the shop for a while. Finally picked it up. I am all caught up on buying my comics. I'm still not caught up on reading my comics. I haven't been doing my 1 hour a day of reading comics to try and catch up, so I have a huge pile. But let's get to the stuff that I picked up. And we're starting with Door to Door, Night by Night, number 6 from Vault, written by Cullen Bunn. It's about door-to-door salesmen who fight monsters. I have not read the first 6 yet because, as I said, I am way behind on reading my comics. But I trust Cullen Bunn. Next up, we have Barbaric Hell to Pay, number 4, also from Vault Comics. I haven't read the first 3 issues of this, but I have read the previous Barbaric, which was a lot of fun, and so I trust that this will hopefully be just as good. About a barbarian Conan type, but with a curse and a talking axe. Wild stuff. Lamentation, number 2. This is from Oni Press. Another one written by Cullen Bunn. Big 48 pages. Look at that. 48 pages to fear. Haven't read the first issue. But as I said, I trust Cullen Bunn. I try to pick up pretty much everything he does. And this is a haunted theater or a haunted play kind of thing going on. Should be really good. And the last of the floppies-ish is Nightwalkers, number 4 from Source Point Press. Another one written by Cullen Bunn. That's 3 Cullen Bunns over 2 weeks. This is his vampire book. Have not read the first 3 issues yet. But once again, I trust Cullen Bunn to tell a good story. Especially his horror stuff. Fantastic. Now, I said that was the last of the floppies-ish, last-ish of the floppies, because this one is square-bound, but it is still just a one-shot. And this is DC Pride 2023. There's the back. There's the front. Anthology book. It's got 10 stories in it, different writers, different artists, featuring the LGBTQ plus characters of DC Comics. I always enjoy these. Get to read. Sometimes it's characters I love. Sometimes it's characters I'm not that familiar with. And usually all pretty good stories. This might go on top of the pile to be read, since it's just a little anthology. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But now, that leaves us with a bunch of collected editions. So not a lot there as far as floppies go. As a matter of fact, I believe, technically, if we count the big thing, more collected editions than floppies. And we're starting with She-Hulk, Epic Collection Volume 4, The Cosmic Squish Principle. And this collects Sensational She-Hulk 13 through 30, and material from Marvel Superheroes number 5. Now, I believe the only She-Hulk Epic Collections there are volumes 3 and 4. I thought it was volume 2. Maybe it's volume 3. And I have the other one. I don't know why they don't do like the first volumes first. But this looks like it should be interesting. It's got Howard the Duck. It's written by Steve Gerber. At least some of it. Nice artwork. I'm a big fan of She-Hulk, so... But I think... I don't know that I've read this stuff before. The other Epic Collection I have is stuff that I had read when it came out. I don't remember Giant Gray She-Hulk, so... It'll be fun to read this. Then we have Carnage, Volume 2, Carnage in Hell. That was from Marvel. This is from Marvel. It's Carnage in Hell. I love that artwork. I haven't read the first volume yet, but it should be very interesting. And this collects Carnage from 2022, 6 through 12. Then we have more She-Hulk. This is She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell, Volume 2, Gen of Hearts. There's the cover, there's the back cover with Jack of Hearts. And this collects the current She-Hulk run, issues 6 through 10. I've mainly picked this up, the first volume at least. I am a She-Hulk fan. I've heard really good things about this. But spoilers, Jack of Hearts is in the first volume and apparently the second one there. And I'm a huge fan. I love Jack of Hearts. So I wanted the book that brings him back. Then, now we got a couple honkers here. We'll take the slightly smaller one. This is, again, Marvel. This is all Marvel stuff from now on. The Hood, the saga of Parker Robbins. And this collects The Hood 1 through 6, Dark Reign, The Hood 1 through 5, and material from Dark Reign, The Cabal. And I'm a big fan of this character, The Hood. I had an edition that had just The Hood 1 through 6. I gave that to my nephew because I had ordered this so I could get all of the rest of the material. And The Hood was he was just a low-life criminal who found this mystical, demonically possessed cape and cowl kind of thing and got powers and started rising in the underworld. Really interesting character. I think he's supposed to be popping up in the MCU. I don't recall exactly. But happy to have this entire collection now. And then even bigger, big honking book. Look at the size of that thing. This is Spider-Woman by Dennis Hopeless. So it's the complete run of the Dennis Hopeless Spider-Woman. There's the back cover for you. So this has Spider-Woman from 2014, 1 through 10, Spider-Woman from 2015, 1 through 5, and 8 through 17. I don't know why 6 and 7 aren't there. Material from Amazing Spider-Man number 1. But there you go. Big honkin' Spider-Woman book. I am a fan of Spider-Woman. And I completely missed out on this when it came out. I think that was during my hiatus from comics. So, big, lots of stuff to read. And then finally, I had to put this down there. This big honkin' book. This is Mark Spector, Moon Knight's Omnibus, Volume 1. And this, they don't have all the covers on the back. But this collects Mark Spector, Moon Knight 1 through 34, Amazing Spider-Man 353 through 358, Moon Knight Divided We Fall, and material from Punisher Annual number 2. There's the back cover artwork. There's this great front cover artwork. Bill Sienkiewicz, if I'm not mistaken. Looks exactly like Bill Sienkiewicz. So this puts me, I'm like this close to having all of Moon Knight. I have the first two, or the two omnibuy for the original Moon Knight run. And then there's this, and I heard that Volume 2 is coming out next year. And I have some trade paperbacks, collecting some, and I feel like I have another omnibus. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I have another one on order. No, I'm pretty sure I have another omnibus. And then a bunch of floppies. But I'm a huge Huge, huge, huge Moon Knight fan. I'm not sure that I read this stuff when it was coming out. It may not be a book I was picking up at the time. So, again, as always, looking forward to eventually, someday, maybe when I'm retired from my day job, reading this giant book of Moon Knight stories. So that's it. That is everything that I picked up this week. And now I'm all caught up on buying my comics. I just have to catch up on reading them. I'm going to do it someday. It will happen. And then I'll just be able to read the floppies as they come in. And then the trades. I mean, that's a different story. Don't really have a question for this video. So we'll go with the generic. Does any of this catch your eye? Of the stuff that I picked up this week, what is most interesting to you? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections for me, put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. The TV is on. That's why I just noticed there's flashing lights. It's muted, but it's on. So, anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you care to follow me on other social media, still on Twitter, @Ronin5757. On Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, it's Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got for you this week. So until next week, or at least until next time, read more comic books.